Our family, like many local families, has had 4 generations graduate from the Seiling school system. We believe the Seiling school system is vitally important to our community. This bond issue would allow Seiling to continue to build upon the positive momentum that has transpired in Seiling over the last few years.
Our predecessors, the generations before us, had to deal with the issue of giving, much like we're having to decide this. They had the foresight to know that the money will be well spent, will be taken care of.
I know our community wants our kids to have everything they need. I'm not sure, though, how much more our building can take. It wasn't wired for all the electrical technology that we have now, and our faculty and our administration has done wonders with what they've been able to do, but I think we have about reached our limit.
We've done the maintenance and repair on the school since about 1990, 91, somewhere in there. We are usually up here a minimum of once a week, trying to keep things put together. It's become a chore. At some point, a person gets to start throwing good money at bad, chasing stuff that it's just not feasible to fix anymore.
The building, we've had it for many years, and it's gone through a lot of wear and tear, and definitely in a situation where we've had to do a lot of repairs, and the heating units and everything needs to be, we have a lot of repairs and things that need to be addressed. So the building would be really nice to have a new building for the kids today.
The 1925 building, no efficiency at all, period. And really, that's what's bad about this building. We don't even think about that because there's no way you could attain that with this building. I mean, I would hate to even think about how much gas goes through this place that is just wasted. We're inevitably needing to build a new school. So if we replace all these units and spend 300 grand on those, and then build a new school, we just threw that 300 grand away.
So that's what makes the school bond issue more important is, the school is in a facility that is 90 plus years old, and it's had a good life, but it's time for something that if the Seiling community wants to grow and continue to prosper, it's got to have a new school.
And we've got a lot of unique opportunities right now. The wind farms are giving Seiling community a lot of good opportunity, and Seiling is one of the few places that's in the heart of an area that the oil and gas activity is still active.
Our valuation has gotten very high in just the last few years. And that valuation is very important to this because we know that we have a need for facilities. We know that. Not only do we have a need, but we also have an opportunity to utilize the increase in valuation to help fund this new project. When we looked at the ad valorem taxpayers in our district, we found that over 94% of the ad valorem tax that's being contributed to our school district comes from out-of-district corporations. Now, I say out-of-district, a lot of those corporations, of course, they're in our district, but the ownership of those corporations is from out-of-district, and that is a huge amount. So if you look at it that way, that would mean that for every dollar that comes in ad valorem-wise, at least 94 cents of that dollar is being paid by these corporations. And that means that our part of that would be 6 cents on that dollar. In the new pre-K through 12 building, we would be getting 18 elementary classrooms, 17 high school classrooms. There would be 7 student support rooms and classrooms, 2 safe room areas, full service cafeteria that would service both elementary and secondary, new library media center. New concession stand area at the football field with locker rooms, restrooms, batting cages. New softball field. We would be getting new parking lot and bus loop out in front to help us with congestion and safety. And then we would do refacing and repairing of the fronts of the building to where we can continue to make them usable as well.
You know, when people start looking at a community as far as moving to a community, the school is the first thing that they look at. You know, the businesses are secondary, but the school is the most important. They want good schools for their kids. They want them to be safe.
We have a class act gym. You know, I mean, we have a real nice gym. We have a hospital. We have a nursing home. You know, we have churches. There's plenty of places for people to go to church. And so we got to have a new school.
When we're talking about putting the money that we are investment-wise into our school, into our community, it takes a whole community to do that.
We're farmers, and we pay a lot of land tax, and it will up our tax, which is, you know, in this time, right now, it's not going to be good, but who's to say it will be good 5 years from now? It's just, we have to step up and say, we'll do it.
Part that I can justify as far as the tax dollars is when a person can pay their tax money and they can walk up and put their hands on something tangible, a tangible building that will benefit this community for years and years to come. That's a different type of a tax than the tax that we send to Washington or Oklahoma City and it disappears and we never see it again. So in my mind, nobody likes to pay taxes, nobody likes to pay any more than they have to, but in my mind, if you can pay a little more and have something such as a new school building that you know is going to benefit this community for years to come, it's way different than sending that money to Washington.
We're going to end up paying our fair share plus maybe a little extra in some people's eyes. But I think that's what you've got to have for a community to grow. If the people that have property won't put back into the system for it to grow, then eventually we won't have anything that's worth anything.
It's the burden that everybody's taking, and it's not really a burden if you think about the amount of money that you'll realize out of pocket on a day-to-day basis versus what we're getting for it. And it's, you know, you think about this building and how long it's lasted for us and how many kids have gone through here and how many, you know, choir concerts we've seen and how many, you know, ball games we've watched and just everything that's happened in this school. Think of how many years we're gonna have, you know, and it's gonna last that long or more maybe.
We have this opportunity because of our, the windmills and the different income that we have to be able to bond a project this large. And it will be large because we need a new facility. And this chance may not be there always. With the tax monies, we may not always be able to do this. So it's like, I don't want to say now or never, but it is a very crucial time for us to go ahead and attempt to get a new facility.
No, I would just like to tell people to think about it and think about what it would mean to our kids and our community, and step out and do it.
Please turn out and vote April 5th to help Seiling maintain this positive momentum.